This is how I play the game! Oh my god! What the fuck?
Holy shit! That is an epic fucking intro, dude. And I have to warn everyone. Warning. What you may see right now is going to be absolutely disgusting. Sound good?
Sounds good to me.
Sorry, I'm trying to clear my throat here. Devour. Oh, if you can't tell, I got a frog in my throat today. Trying to get out of my throat before we start with today's stream. Shout outs! Super Meat Phil cheered and said, when I'm feeling sad, I always go for red meats. Okay, amazing. I loved red meat. Alright. Then Super Meat Phil says it helps my achy foot. Looks like he's referencing a meme from like 3 years ago. Oh, these people.
Hold on, because there's a bunch yeah. There's a bunch of cheers I can't read. It was some asshole asking stuff about my dick.
My dick is annoying. Being a dude with balls and a dick can be annoying. I don't want this. What is this bullshit? I have a micro penis. And then when I did the research, I found out that basically there's no way to make your dick grow. Trust me, I don't want a bigger dick.
You know, if you really want a surefire way to not get your cheers read and get banned from the chat, it's probably to be talking about my dick. I'm just saying, probably not a good idea. Probably not allowed. Probably not something that people want to hear about either, since this is a gameplay stream. So you probably want to stay off that subject. I'm just saying, okay? Alright, fair enough. Okay then.
Orcs are dorks cheered 50 bits says, will you do a reaction stream about troll videos? No, I will not. Why am I toxic? I'm not an idiot. I'm not going to give them any more attention. They don't deserve it.
Shout out to YOLO Dopper, who did a 25-bit cheer, and says, I just don't get why Nintendo wants ad revenue on all videos. Don't they realize that's free advertising for them, and it also would encourage more people to stream Nintendo games if the ad revenue did not get claimed. YOLO Dopper, I've kind of explained this over the years, and I guess I'll very briefly explain it again for those who are newcomers to my content and maybe haven't watched me play a Nintendo game recently. Nintendo is a very Japanese-centric company when it comes to their company culture. And I don't know if you guys are aware, this is true, this is not me making stuff up or trying to be negative about the Japanese culture. I'm not. In fact, I respect it.
I'm playing a woodwind instrument. I'm Japanese.
But Japan in general is a very xenophobic country.
What? That's why you gotta be careful, the kind of morons who you watch. I don't know what else to say. Yeah, you definitely want to go to this moron stream where he's gonna say stupid shit about stuff like that he has no idea what he's talking about. Talking out of his colon directly, his rectum face. You know, saying stupid shit on a stream. Wow, that's who I want to hang out with. Someone who just makes shit up and has no idea what the fuck they're talking about. What a dumb fuck.
Meaning, when it comes to things outside of their own country, outside of their own nation, they're very skeptical. They are very, very proud of things in their own country, alright? And I'll give you an example. I'm playing Persona 5. I'm abiding by all of the guidelines that Atlas USA has said you must abide by if you want to stream the game. I get a copyright strike anyway. From who? Atlas of Japan. And so Atlas USA contacts Atlas of Japan and gets no clear answer on why this happened. Atlas of Japan will just do whatever they want because they feel that they're Japanese content or whatever, and here's an American playing our game and streaming it, and just give them a copyright strike for no fucking reason. You know, sadly, that's kind of how they are. And Nintendo is one of the worst offenders when it comes to really not trying to be in line with worldwide gaming culture. Instead, they still have this very, very outdated mindset. Whatever we make is great. Nintendo content is the best. First-party content is incredibly original, and that means that we own everything. We know, you should be privileged to be playing a Mario game. You buy our game, that's great, but if you want to actually try to do anything and make content with our content, no, that's not allowed, and we have all legal rights to take all profit off of anything that you ever do with any of our content. It's ridiculous. You know, they claim that they have a YouTube Nintendo's partner program. It's a joke. The way their program works is that you need to upload your video to YouTube, and it needs to be reviewed by someone who works for Nintendo manually before they will say, oh, this content is acceptable, and then allow you to share some of the ad revenue on the video. The problem is that video needs to be public for 2 to 3 days, and so everyone will watch it before there's ads on it. Then Nintendo reviews it, says, oh, it's okay, and puts ads on it when it's already too late because everyone's already seen your video. So, you see what I mean? Like, they're very bizarre in the way that they think. It's a very outdated mindset, you know? When you've got all these game publishers and companies who are like, man, we love it when people do streams and Let's Plays of our games. It is free advertisement. It could allow us to sell way more copies because of viral popularity on the internet when people see how good a game is, or if a popular streamer plays our game and has fun with it and now everyone wants to buy the game. This is great. Nintendo's literally the complete polar opposite. To them, it's like, you know, our content is the best, and how dare you try to take our content and make something for yourself out of it and make money on it and stuff like that. It's very, very, very different, okay?
All I can taste is the saltiness.
And I hate to say it, but sadly, it's just, it really is archaic. It's like living in the 1990s, okay? It's the 1990s, right? And back then, you couldn't do anything. You couldn't take a character from a game and do anything with it, but now it's a very different time. It's this really xenophobic mindset that Japan has. And again, it's funny because some companies in Japan aren't like that at all. They've become more modernized. They realize it's a worldwide mindset now. Nintendo is not like that. Nintendo just wants everything, right? They'll claim every possible piece of revenue that they can. They absolutely will. So, you know, getting ad revenue on YouTube, even if it's negligible, right? Oh, we make what? $10,000 a year revenue on YouTube ad, videos or whatever. They'll take it. They'll fucking take it because in their minds, their shit is the best. And, you know, how dare anyone else try to use it, even though everyone else allows it, and there is no law whatsoever saying that what Nintendo is doing is legal. There isn't. There's no law that says that when someone does a Let's Play or a game review or anything involving Nintendo content, that that's not considered a transformative work. It's never been hashed out in court, so literally when Nintendo claims your ad revenue, they're breaking the law.
I like how you're laughing, too.
Well, it's funny.
But, hey, it's all on how YouTube enforces the law, and YouTube just chooses to be this kind of, I don't want to say neutral, but basically a party. They put tools in place, and they're like, if you want to use the tools, go ahead, but you don't have to. And, here's a content ID tool. If you want to claim ad revenue, go ahead. And, we're just going to kind of stand here and be a bystander and just let companies do whatever they want, and we don't want to get involved. So, it is what it is. It's stupid as hell. It's always been stupid as hell. Toxic Toilet Juice cheered. He says, you talked about some of your worst moments in your YouTube career. What would you say your best moment is? I don't think of things in absolutes. I've never thought about things like that in absolutes. I don't really sit down and say, oh, the best thing I ever did was this, and the worst moment I've ever had was this. I don't do that. At all.
I know you're lying.
I'm not that kind of person. I would never do that kind of stuff because, for me, it's about living in the moment. It's about, what am I doing today? Are we having fun? Are we having a great stream? Are we doing, you know what I mean? It's not about, oh, the best thing I've ever done and I'll never live back up to how good that was, or, oh, man, that was really my low point and this was a bunch of crap. I don't dwell on that crap. I don't. I always look forward to the future. So, honestly, I couldn't even answer your question. I really honestly could not.
You guys may be living in the future. I'm in the past, baby.
Friend Jesse James did a 25-bit series that Japan beats signing a deal with Simon Cowell. He takes literally every single video you've ever made and gives you a fraction of the ad revenue. Yeah, and here's the thing. The reason that Simon Cowell does that is because Simon Cowell feels that, number one, he found you as a talent. He recognized your talent. He brings you to the studio. He has people train you to become a higher talent, right? He has production crews come in and finance everything that you do as a musician or a talent. He has people come in and create your image, create a style, do photo shoots, advertisements. Basically, Simon Cowell creates you as a product, all right? And then he gives you a cut of the revenue as the talent, all right? So, I hate to say it, a lot of, musicians, as they call themselves these days, which I don't even believe, I guess I should say this, singers or artists, are manufactured very much in a studio. Not to say that those people don't have talent, but who they are as a musical entity is manufactured, okay? And, that's Simon Cowell, that's what he does. He's the manufacturer of that content. So, fair enough. He created everything. He takes a lot of credit for it, right?
Nintendo makes a video game. I play that video game and I add my unique style of commentary, my unique style of gameplay, my interactions with stream chat. All of that is my content, right? I created all of that. I am the supreme being. I make the rules and what I say goes. I did nothing wrong. I did everything correct. I didn't do anything wrong. What did I do wrong? Nothing. Zero. I did nothing wrong.
Really? This is gonna be the whole stream.
You know, they don't get 100 at the very best. In reality, if Nintendo really wanted to argue that people who use game content from them, that they're owed money, fair enough, hash it out in court what the percentages are, but in no way, shape, or form will Nintendo ever win a case and say they own 100% of revenue on something that you use one of their games for. That's ludicrous. That's absolutely ludicrous. Even Simon Cowell gives the person who he manufactured a cut of the money because he knows that that's legit, you know? And that's the problem is, it's horseshit that Nintendo thinks they owe all of it. We're just owed all of it. This is our content and our... No, it's not, fuckers. If I make a game review of Super Mario Odyssey, you don't own the fucking review. Not in one court of law on the planet will they rule that you own my fucking game review, you assholes.
The salty tears. Salty tears. Oh, you're gonna get salt. It's, even now, again, my mouth overpowered with salt flavor.
But that's what they do. It's like, it's so ludicrous what they say and do and get away with on YouTube, okay?
Hyper Bunny Lover cheered. He says, Phil, I see your point on the Nintendo thing, but understand that without Nintendo making the games, you wouldn't have content to make it all, so they have a valid point. Well, Hyper Bunny Lover, let me ask you this. I'm an artist. I'm a painter.
And what the rest of the board goes unselected.
What? Smoke weed every day. So, without paint, I could never be a painter. Does that mean that because I bought paint, that the paint company now owns all rights to the painting that I created with the paint? What about the brush, the paintbrush? Well, you know, without the paintbrush, I also couldn't have made that picture. Does the paintbrush company now get a cut of anything, any profit made from that painting? Do you see the point I'm making? When you argue that video games are art, then that also means that all derivative works made with a video game are also art. So a video game playthrough is considered a transformative work and a piece of art. You can't say that that Let's Play is now owned by the people whom the original tool was used to create it. That's horseshit. See what I mean? So, bullshit. That argument would never hold up in court. What? What?
Third Eye the Third Charity says, I'm not a fan of how Nintendo operates with content creators. But why then you call it stealing? When immature jerks steal your content, is them commentating over what you do not transformative work?
No, just commentating over something is not a transformative work.
If it were, then Mystery Science Theater 3000 wouldn't be forced to only use movies that are in the public domain. They would be able to literally do commentary over any movie they wanted, okay? The difference here is interactivity. So, if I made a video game, all right, that required, someone's input in order to be played, and that playthrough was uniquely their own input into the game, creating a work of art, like a Let's Play, that's a transformative work. Just sitting and watching something that doesn't change ever, you're playing my video off of YouTube that's on my fucking channel, right? And you're commentating over it, and you're not changing the work, you're just adding running commentary to it. That's not legal. It never was. Again, I said Mystery Science Theater 3000 is the perfect example of why it's not, okay? You'd have to significantly change a work in order to make it a transformative work, because a movie, a video on YouTube, a television show, a song, right, are all works that are just as it is. They're not interactive works. If it's an interactive work, it's a very different thing from a non-interactive work. I guess it would be considered static work, something that doesn't change, it's just a static image, a static movie, you know what I mean? Very different. Very, very, very different legally, okay?
It's 2018. Ladies and gentlemen, people still haven't figured out that I'm different from other people. I see people who are still, after 10 years of me being a content creator, people still argue against me about transformative work. Oh, but when you play a game, you're not changing the game. Yes, you are. Because if you don't play the game, if it's not your input, you stay at the title screen. So, every single fucking game would just be a title screen if it didn't have human input. You already lost legally. You lost the argument. You lose. And so now I can just turn on a webcam and immediately guys just throw me money with zero effort. And obviously it's not even quality, it's just exploiting, right? It's exploitation is the real word for it, I guess. And by the way, these days I'm much better at controlling myself and my emotions, as you notice.
Alright, we got someone who called me an idiot. So now you're banned. Congrats. It's one thing to disagree, it's another thing to insult. And since you insulted, you are now permanently banned. Enjoy.
I'm just going to ban.
Enjoy. See, I'm all for intelligent discussion. People want to disagree with me, go right ahead. But the second you insult, that's the second you get Das Boot. By the way, I had no idea that the game had to install. Not any other PS3 games like it really require installs. Apparently this game does. I had no idea the game required an install, so I guess we just gotta sit here and wait, guys. Yeah, this stinks. This takes forever.
Oh my god, new phase of creation, could you please shut up? You should have done research. Yes, let me fucking do research on every game I play to find out if it has a pre-install that takes time on the PS3. Like, oh my god, dude, just shut up. Just shut up and stop whining. Ugh. I'm not a whiny baby. I'm a mature adult. And I'm not a children's entertainer. Yes, please pass me the salt, Karmika. I need more salt. Definitely. God, man, people are so ignorant sometimes.
It's just messed up.
Yeah. What it is a lack of responsibility. If the guy had a fucking actual... He's a guy's a meathead, right? You know, if he had a fucking piece of intelligence in his head, he would know not to do that because it's going to hurt people in the long run, but whatever. What pasta do you prefer? I prefer a penne. Oh! Easy to eat. Oh! Phil's a faggot. Phil's fat. Phil's a loser. Phil's a beggar. Phil's a racist. Phil's a scammer. DSP's a pedophile. DSP is a thief. DSP is a greedy fuck.
This guy's a bitch.
I have a micro penis. Alright, I'm not dead, but I swear to God I wish I fucking was.